Well, David, disappointed with a draw here at Port Vale, I'm sure you are, but how do you reflect on the whole game?
Yeah, I think when you come so close to win the game, it's always bitterly disappointing. I thought we deserved the win. I thought we were the better team throughout. They came and we know what Port Vale are. They put it on you. They hit Stockley and run off him and what have you, and crossed the ball from everywhere. So it was no surprise. I thought we scored, a great goal, and then penalty. The referees bottled out of giving a red card first half that changed the games when Tyres nearly got decapitated. Their first goal's offside. So you end up with two big decisions going right against you. However, said that, I thought our underlying performance, I can't change anything like that, but our underlying performance was much better than it was on Friday, and that's the pleasing thing. So, it's another point. Sean tells me we're back in the playoffs.
Yep.
So, if you'd have said to us with 2 games to go, it's in your hands still, then great. It'd have been better with 3 points today. We've took 4 points off a team that's got the biggest budget in the league. They're celebrating at the end quite rightly. I don't want to sound like sour grapes or anything like that, but quite rightly, like it's massive, and it is in their cause, obviously. But it shows how far we've come, that you can come to top of the league with the biggest budget, and they end up celebrating like that. And again, that's not any criticism of Port Vale. I don't want anyone to think that I don't want letters or anything like that. I'm on about that. I'm on about our journey that we're on. That's how far we've come to push a team with all their resources. They've got an unbelievably good manager, a championship manager. They've got players on fortunes. They've got a budget that's the biggest in the league, and we've took 4 points off them, and they're delighted with a point against us. So, yeah, it's disappointing not to get all 3, but I thought the underlying performance was much better.
Positives today, Jake Eastwood came in and was magnificent in goal, and Charles Verdon as well coming in.
Yeah, look, if you'd have said to us 2 months ago there'd be 2 games left and you're winning both of you in the playoffs, we'd have taken it. We've had one fit striker for the last 12, 15, 20 games. One fit striker, the whole club. We've even had a game at Crewe when we didn't have one fit striker. It's bonkers that we're still in the position we're in. It's absolutely bonkers that we're still in the position we're in. The character, the application of the lads is phenomenal, and they deserve a huge amount of credit and a huge amount of respect for what they've achieved already this season, regardless of what happens in the next 2 games. We don't know what will happen, crystal ball and all that. But to get to where we've got to with one fit striker for the last, 12, 15 games is remarkable. Like I say, we've had Chaz back today, start the game for the first time, and Justin's come off the bench. So we're hopeful that them 2 particularly could make a difference in the next 2 games. And we move on to MK Dons.
This isn't the first time, of course, we've come to a team in the top 3 and performed well.
Yeah, look, we went to Gillingham when they were top of the league and beat them, and Walsall, I don't know if they were top or second or whatever they were at when we beat them. So we knew before the game we're more than capable of a performance and a result, and unfortunately we've not quite got the 3, but it's another point in the right direction, and you take it and we move on to Saturday. Similar
to what happened at Harrogate, of course, we were 2-0 up, but in a sense, is today that you're not as angry as that day?
Yeah, I know, and I understand the context of your question, and I agree with you. Yeah, I think you've got to see a much bigger picture than just one game. It's easy to get, influenced by one game. It is, and I get judged on 1 games at a time, if you like. But at the same time, like I've just said to you, we've got this far with one fit striker for a large part. We were playing 2 fullbacks in midfield before Christmas. We did that once. That's just bonkers because of the amount of midfielders we had out injured, the amount of strikers we had out injured. And like I said, we've come to a team with a ridiculously big budget and deserve to win the game. We've not quite managed to do it. So when you put all that context together, when you understand we are in the playoffs, I can't stand here and be too critical of any of the players. I can't stand here and be bitterly disappointed, because that's the journey we've been on and we continue to be on. and we've got 2 games to go, and I hope the fans who were absolutely magnificent today, like magnificent, the away fans are unbelievable. I hope they all buy a ticket for MK, behind the goal, not up in the gods, and make it a real special day for us on Saturday, because we're going to need them. You could see the couple of lads who had cramp, 2 games in 3 or 4 days, we'll rest up now, and they're going to need that little bit of emotion of an unbelievable backing like we've had today down in Milton Keynes, and hopefully we'll pick up 3 points and not just 1.
2 tough games, like you say, and it is in our own hands now.
Yeah, that's a good thing. That's a good thing. I think it's remarkable where we're at. We've said it before. We've got a bottom third budget, and if anybody had said to us, with 2 games to go, if you win them both, you get in the playoffs, I don't think any Grimsby Town fan, player or staff member, would have refused that deal, and that's where we're currently at. So we'll rest up now, patch the players up that need patching up, and formulate a game plan for MK. A new manager again, someone I know well, and hopefully we'll go down there and bring back 3 points.
Cheers, David. Thank you.
Thank you.